and she had another scan scheduled, and like the day of her scan, she started feeling the pain again like she did in the beginning. And it was like, ooh, that's not good. This is supposed to be shrinking continuously, not having any pain. This must be, is it from something else? Like, is it a different place than it was originally? She goes, exact same spot, you know? It's like her liver, you know? And then I started realizing, like, this might not be good. And so, boom, go to the appointment a few days after the scan. Man, it was so much anxiety, because it's like, is it the same or less? Like, I hope it really is. They just took a long time to come back in that room. And it was like, they walk in, it's like, all right, so here's the deal. The liver's definitely growing still with the cancer. The mass on the cecum, part of the colon, he goes, hard to say. Might be the same, maybe. Or maybe the mass is different. The liver, hard to say, but it's definitely not shrinking. Pretty sure it's growing, but we need an official read from somebody else who, like, is going to, like, really analyze. But I even got all the other oncologists to all come in and look at it together. It's like, it's definitely not shrinking. It's growing. And it's like, yeah, we feel the pain. And it's like, okay, so we can be done with that chemo because it's obviously not working. So let's figure something else out. And I already done so much research. I was like, this was the A-grade chemo for this type of cancer. Everything else after this is going to be like a wing and a prayer. Maybe it'll do. Maybe it'll do something. I mean, some people do have a response to other things, but this was supposed to be like the best. And I thought, man, this could keep it at bay for years if it works. Oh, and it took forever to start the next one because they kind of want the chemo to get all out of your body before start the next thing. We discussed different possible things that had likely side effects that were like so scary that they were like the first 2 doses you do, we admit you in the hospital in case, like, you know, your blood pressure spikes, you need oxygen, you might need to be on a ventilator.
Wow.
Like, we got to bring you back down to earth. Thankfully, we know how to deal with that now if that happens. Yeah. And all I heard from that was, there was a moment when you started experimenting with this new drug and you didn't know. And people were dying probably just from the reaction. Like, but we do know how to treat it if you have that reaction. You don't always have the reaction, but you might. I was like, okay, well, that's super scary too. And so we waited, and then, no joke, man, this was like another like roller coaster of emotion. We went home, next day, they said, hey, because we did that DNA test early on for your mutation type of cancer, there's actually a whole protocol medicine just got released like today that has a pretty good chance of working on your cancer type. And I like, sure enough, you Google it, and it's like, you know, FDA posted on Facebook that morning, press release, cancer.org posted, it's like, Braftovi and cetuximab, you know, more effective, approved for first-line defense for, you know, cancer types with BRAF mutation. It's like, this is big-time news. Like, it went through phase 1, 2, 3 of trials, and it was like, it's so good, get it out there. And I was like, oh my gosh, this didn't even exist. I didn't even know this existed in my whole time of researching, because it was like in clinical trials that like I would have no business like necessarily. I didn't know about the mutation type, and it was like, oh, this is so much hopeful. I mean, just when you thought this is the end, it was like more hope. You know, this is going to be it. And I started finding Facebook groups about using that type of medicine, and then it was like, hey, by the way, your cost is $10,000 a month for this medicine. And it was like, you mean that's the cost or that's my cost? Like. It's more than that, but that is your cost. And it's like, how long do you do that for? It's like, no, you do it forever. You do it until it stops working. And maybe it works for 2 months. Maybe it works for 3 months. I found one guy who had been on it for 4 years. He was part of the phase 1 of the trial.